You are a toy. Welcome to Movie Castle. My name's Cooper.
Incredible work. My name is Aiden Morton.
Yeah, we're gonna go full movie Mort on this episode. I think.
Mort? Yeah,
the full Mort. We're gonna be talking Toy Story 5. We're gonna be talking Disclosure Day.
Yeah, I do love the Berg, and I do love those toys, man.
Yeah,
I love their stories. They never cease to entertain me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've been around for a while. I've got a cool game for you if you'd like.
Okay. I didn't prepare a game. I thought about it, but I just kind of forgot. What's the game?
I've prepared a game for you, so do not worry.
Cool.
So in theming of today, I would like to talk about, and I just barely watched Philadelphia.
Yes.
So I would like to do...
You're doing Tom Hanks?
Blind 5 Tom Hanks ranking. Okay? Mr. Hank.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First up, Toy Story. It's on theme.
Okay. The first Toy Story?
First Toy Story. 5 out of 5.
Out of 5. He has an animated voice role, but I don't want to discredit that. And he is good.
I think it's an incredible performance. Rewatched it recently. Holy shit.
We'll probably talk about that. It feels blasphemous to say 3, but like...
It is a little blasphemous, to be honest.
I think... I don't know, man. There was this one time I was playing this game where it was my parents and our family friends. I'm totally getting off topic here. It was my parents, our family friends, and their kids. And the topic was like, you had to all have a unanimous vote on something, but it was blind, and it was Tom Hanks' defining role, and all the kids were Toy Story,
right?
And I can't remember what everyone else was.
The Green Mile.
I think in my heart I wanted to put the Burbs.
Yeah, it's fucking A. That's a cool take. We'll see if it shows
up.
No,
they said Forrest Gump. Of course they said Forrest Gump.
I guess that makes sense.
And I'm gonna go 3.
You're gonna go 3. Okay, and then now, just to bookend it, Toy Story 5.
Well, I just don't know if you're gonna throw a bad movie my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it at 5.
You're gonna put it at 5.
Yeah,
wow.
He's not in the movie too much.
Okay.
You know.
And then I'm gonna throw you one of his Best Picture nominees. This is a man of many, a Best Picture nominee. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Toy Story 3.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll go 2.
Okay. And then now I've got more of a controversial one. A lot of people like it. A lot of people, I think, don't like it as much. Toy Story 4.
I guess I'll go 4.
And then The Terminal.
The Terminal. I guess it has to be 1 then.
Wow.
I can't really remember The Terminal.
Incredible. An incredible list by you.
Wow.
All right. What would you like to talk about first, man?
I think we should talk about Toy Story first. I think the more popular movie, put it on the A side of the record, so to speak.
Oh, cool. All right, so Toy Story 5. This is a legendary franchise. I hold it in very high esteem. And this is kind of a return to the Dream Team. This is directed by Andrew Stanton, who is a legend at Pixar. And he's directed 2 of their best, WALL-E and Nemo. And then he was writer on Toy Story, editor of Toy Story. He's been around. He's part of the original brain trust. And this is kind of a natural way for the franchise to go, it seems. Taking on tech. I feel like the initial reaction I had to it was kind of a bummer that it's not timeless anymore. Yeah. You know, it's going after my reaction to it is if it was a fad, but you do think about it, and I'm rewatching all these Toy Stories, and they are all time capsules, and tech will forever change everything and the way that people react to toys. So if they were to continue and not address it, I think they would become a problem.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting they didn't do it before.
It's a more natural evolution, and we'll get into this movie. I feel like if I say that this should be the 4th movie, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
So then, what's your relationship with the toys, man?
I love the toys. You know. The toys have always been there, you know?
Yeah, man.
I have toys. You have toys.
Same. Yeah. Exactly.
No, yeah, these movies have always just been around, and I do like them a lot, and I've been defending 4 a lot lately, even though I don't think it's a great movie or anything.
Dude, fucking good for you.
Yeah.
There are less and less of us every day.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know?
People act shocked when I say that 4 is kind of a banger, you know? It does have its problems.
Really look, here's what I've been telling people, and again, we might be getting ahead of ourselves talking about Toy Story 4, but I will take Toy Story on its worst day over a Minecraft movie on its best day.
Well, yeah,
You know?
okay, yeah, all right. I'll take caviar on its best day rather than like a shit from a butt on its worst, on its best day. You know what I mean?
Well, because people are out here like 4 is not even a good movie, you know?
Yeah,
And I have to be like, no, 4 is better than 90% of the stuff that comes out for kids.
I think we're going to repeat that sentiment, or at least I am going to repeat
Mm-hmm.
that sentiment for our second part of this discussion with Mr. Berg.
Yeah.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They need to put some respect on the toys, And I've kind of been sick of having the conversation of like they should have stopped at 3.
Yeah.
I think that's like a goes nowhere kind of conversation, and I hear it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it may be because I'm just so entrenched in this shit, and to like any old person, 3 is so well regarded as a ending.
Yeah.
That does kind of make sense whenever someone brings up like fucking 5,
Mm-hmm.
then they're like, dude, come on now, and especially because 4 was controversial.
Yeah.
It does make sense, but I'm kind of sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Pixar has always been my thing. Like I was rewatching these and like, damn, remembering the movie fan I was and what I am now.
Yeah.
Makes me rethink some things, perhaps. The way that I'm approaching movies, and I might not have a control in it. Maybe I've just like seen too many movies at this point to get back to that spot. But these Pixar like the original like first like 15 years of Pixar, man. Like there was like that was my like Star Wars or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget about that sometimes, and then I think they're all pretty great. I think the first one is maybe like in the conversation of the like 10 best scripts of all time.
I mean, it's. I don't think we would ever. People don't say this out loud, but it's like amongst the 5 most important movies of the 90s.
Oh, without a doubt. Like,
but I don't know if I feel like if I said that to most people, they wouldn't think Toy Story.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
well, what would you say? Because like I think it's definitely got to be at least in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like you got Matrix.
Matrix is probably one. American Pie. No.
I mean,
for me.
a whole genre.
Yeah.
A new Porky's revival.
It is a whole genre. Yeah. The Matrix, Pulp Fiction, probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Silence of the Lambs.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in the conversation.
I mean,
Something
you
like
could make just a bunch of 99s,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
you could, yeah.
But I mean, I feel like most people's gut reaction would not be Toy Story, but it's in the like top 5. I think it completely
For
changed
sure.
the medium.
Yeah. And you forget how like it's so smartly crafted to fit that, like to what they could do.
Mhm.
And that movie still looks pretty great, I say. And it's because they were so smart with the screenplay, and it's so it's so economic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous thing, and the performances are all amazing. They had something to prove,
Mhm.
and you can tell. I love that movie. But then here comes 5, and what was your reaction when you found out it was iPad?
Again, I thought that was the natural evolution. I never had an issue with it. You know, like again, I'm surprised it wasn't sooner.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, all right. So now should we talk about the 5?
Yeah, we can talk about 5.
Okay.
Let's get into it. This is the first Toy Story movie in 7 years, just like Star Wars.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. Do you know about my Forky era?
No.
Okay. So 7 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a play down in like City Creek,
Right.
and we were just like dicking around in Salt Lake for a long time. They had that Disney store there, and it was
Yeah,
before
yeah,
Toy
yeah.
Story 4 came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was very funny that there was a fucking plush of a fork,
Yeah.
And so I got him, and he became the mascot for like the whole organization. And then I went around town with my friend, and we take various pictures. We started an Instagram called Forky Aesthetics. And we took like various like aesthetic pictures of Forky, and then it became like a little bit of an obsession where I would try to get as many Forkies as possible,
Right.
Because there are many different like sizes and types of Forky.
He asks a lot of questions.
He
too.
asks so many questions. That's
Yeah.
my dad's favorite show, probably.
I mean, there was a point.
It's like Band of Brothers. Forky asks a question.
Right. I mean, there was a point where my friends and I would throw that on. We love that little intro where he's like having a crisis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great show. And so then when we did like see the film, each friend had their own Forky.
So you were
little
more
seats.
you were more like excited for that than Endgame 2019. You were like,
I mean, it was a full bit. Yeah,
Mhm.
I didn't know that Forky would like steal the hearts and minds of the nation.
Yeah.
At that time.
Did he?
He stole my heart and my mind, and I think there are many like me out there. And then I was able to snag a Forky cardboard standee,
Wow.
like around yay high. So
when we go visual, you have to like have that in the background.
In the background, yeah, for sure. That's just a cool thing that I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a cool like little badass thing I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going in here with Forky stock as well. I think it paid off. I mean, most every character in this is kind of to the side. You know, this is a Jesse movie, but he gets the most most zingers of the people that are sidelined. You know, he gets a couple 1-2 punches, and you gotta appreciate it. And I'm hoping for like a solid like Forky film in the future.
Right. I mean, if we can get you on Frick, we can get you on Forky.
Yeah.
You know?
How do you mean on Frick? I've never been off Frick. How do you mean?
Well, like writing for Frick. That's what we talked about.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You get hired to write for Frick. You can also get hired to write for Forky.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Of course, I gotta make the Frick vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So which is the one for me, and then which is the one for them?
I think the one for them would be the Forky, because right now he's on the up and up.
Right.
This is gonna be the biggest movie of the year, probably. Do you have any like? I mean, I guess Endgame. I mean, Doomsday, whatever the fuck. But even then, like this might be like Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's right now it's opened higher than any like Toy Story movie. It's the second highest opening for a Pixar movie, I think.
I'm not sure what the first would be then.
I think it's Incredibles 2.
Is it?
Because I think that opened sense. Like a superhero movie and an animated movie.
Oh yeah, and it's like 2017. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it was
whatever.
peak.
It's peak.
What do you think about that movie?
Oh, I love it. It's in my top 10 for Pixar.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I've lost a little bit of love for that movie, but there's nothing that looks like it, right? It looks incredible.
It looks incredible.
Feels incredible.
That's the title.
Fuck.
Good job,
I wasn't
Aiden.
even trying to be lazy right there.
Job,
I wasn't even trying to be a lazy little fucker.
Anyways, Toy Story 5.
Mm-hmm.
We got the iPads.
We got the iPads.
Lily Pad.
All right. So what's your like 1-sentence review of this film before we go further? Like, what's your?
Oh, this was cute.
This was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels it's less. It makes you question existence less than all the other ones, but it still feels kind of essential and like something that might be like a pretty strong touchstone for like kids to grow up with.
Yeah.
And I think has a much more nuanced take on technology than I expected. Would you agree with that?
I would say so, but I have seen some like fairly cynical reviews of it too. You know,
I think they're silly.
Yeah.
What kind of are they saying in these damn reviews?
I read like part of Adam Naiman's review for it,
yeah,
and it was just like, well, you can go buy your iPad before it sells out, you know, that sort of thing. It was like the last line of his review, like something along that lines. I'm paraphrasing.
I think it's a little silly. I think because what I kind of expected was you either go full like we need to be accepting of the tech might be scary, but we've got to be accepting of it, or what I'm expected a little bit more is like this company that started as an Apple founded thing and is now like the biggest company of all time, like is somehow like saying like tech is all bad or whatever. I expected this to be like a pretty negative portrayal of technology. And it's like, this is a terrifying thing. This is a body snatcher's ass thing that we have to deal with. Like the children of our world getting sucked into this and changing how they like interact with each other. But if they were to say like all tech is bad, go outside, play with toys, and that's it, then that's not useful for anyone because that's throwing everything out with it, you know? And then that's gonna like snap something in a person and be like, okay, I can't listen to you, you know? We do have to like live with technology. And so this movie's stance being like, it's a helpful tool. It can be something that can connect people.
Yeah.
But also like, it also might make you more calloused and awful and like is not something to be like, just to like, to throw yourself away for, to let yourself be like completely consumed by, you know?
Yeah.
And I that sounds a little simple when I say it, but I think there is like a good amount of honesty here, and it didn't feel like boomery to me. It felt a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, maybe it's like its stance on it isn't boomery, but I think the depiction of it kind of is.
How do you say? How do you mean?
Just like just like how they depict the internet, like the pond sort of stuff.
Right. It isn't accurate.
Yeah,
but
that to me does feel like an older person being like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. But I don't think that this is someone that doesn't know how like technology works. Like I think that Mr. Stanton and crew know that you probably couldn't access the internet from Conan Toilet Man.
Yeah.
But I think that it's heightening these things to make a little bit more sense and to go to get to a point and touch a lot of different aspects of technology that maybe they couldn't otherwise. Like that stuff doesn't really bother me too much. And like I found the big picture conversation a little tough.
I saw the comments and that seemed to be the consensus.
Because it just feels like that's because I am in the Dob mob, I would say, but I mean she doesn't love the animated films, and I feel like that is a bit of like if you're going to tell a story through animation, like there's a heightening that has to be done. There's a different kind of storytelling, and I don't know, it didn't bother me that much. The things that they were sending over, there's some things that I think do feel a little weak from a screenplay standpoint, but like that stuff didn't bother me that much.
So do you think this is the last one?
No,
this doesn't feel like a last movie.
No, it's the first one. It's the first one since the first one that hasn't felt like the last one. That's not even true. This is the first one ever that hasn't felt like the last one. You know, because the first one was they had a stance of no sequels ever. They were forced into Toy Story 2 and kind of forced into Toy Story 3. Like 4 is just like an inevitability at that point. But every single one of them has had a conclusive ending. Yeah. Except for this one. This one does feel like an episode, a part of a franchise.
I mean, I was thinking about like if this is the last one, like the last we ever see of Woody is him getting in the little skunk car with Bo Peep and driving away, and I'm like, that's so deeply uncinematic. Yeah, that to be it, you know, for sure. But I don't think I think they're like at this point not kidding themselves. Yeah, you know. Yeah, and I have no problems with that. If they're going to be consistently, I mean that's like I said, I'll take Toy Story on its worst day over most things. Exactly. If we're going to be in franchise hell for a little bit longer, we don't. I mean, it's starting to feel like we might be on the other side a little bit, but I would like you said, I'd like a Toy Story every now and again. Yeah, and this one, like all the girlhood stuff, I think is very lovely. And like, I don't know. I just think that this is the first Pixar movie in a long time that might actually give people kids the vocabulary to talk about things that they wouldn't like. It's kind of hard, a little difficult. I guess probably there's some kids that could use anxiety. I guess that portrayal to talk about it, but I didn't find that movie very insightful. Like I don't know. I felt very flippant, that movie to me. So this feels a little bit more like old school Pixar, and I wonder if that's just because this is their bread and butter. This is something that they kind of have to not mess with that much, and they bring back the old heads. You know, I think a thing with like the old Pixars and the Toy Stories is that they do kind of feel like of a person's like view, like it feels not auteuristic, but it feels like it is coming from like a smaller section. And I think the problems with Toy Story 4 is the parts that feel not focus tested, but like checklist kind of thing, you know? Like I'll take your word for it. I'm having a hard time remembering Toy Story 4, to be honest with you. Even though I've been defending it. Right. I think the beginning and the ending of Toy Story 4 are pretty great, and then it's the stuff with like this new side characters they bring on feels a little bit like I can't remember who the villain is in that movie. Like I think there's not really a villain. And there's not really a villain in this movie either. No, I mean this one has. I mean, you could say the lily pad, but I don't even think the lily pad's like. I don't know. Like I don't right. She's like Lotso's a tried and true villain for sure. That movie's fucking crazy. I don't even know how you top Lotso. Well, I mean, well, oh my. Shit. Never mind. Never mind. I mean, a lot of people get bottomed by Lotso, but you know, for sure.
The third one's fucking crazy, dog. I rewatched it, and that movie is like, I always think of the ending as being very sad, right? That's his legacy, but that whole movie is miserable, like from the get go. It starts with them being like, well, we've lost like half the crew, you know, and it never really gets better, and it's not really funny, and the humor stuff that doesn't really work for me in that one. So it is like overall just completely like miserable, and I loved it as a kid, and I think, and many did, which I think is so interesting that like the kids yearn for that kind of like controlled sadness, you know, and a little bit, but they don't have like a relationship to it the same way that people talk about Bambi or something, where they're like, that fucked me up, like fuck you for showing me that, you know.
Yeah, I guess the kids had already seen Bambi, you know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
the kids today seen Bambi? Probably not, right?
I don't know. I was never really like a huge fan of that movie, so I'm not on like I'm not on r/Bambi, you know.
I get, but it is all of the like it's so crazy that time is flattened now for kids. Like they can just be like pointing to something on the Disney Plus like homepage and be like, that one now, and it doesn't matter like where it's from. Like it doesn't. We might be like there might be a generation kind of unstuck from time in a certain way with the Disney movies that they've grown up with, besides the core like 3 or 4, your Moanas and stuff like that, as Utopias that like are omnipresent, that are like of their generation, you know. But besides that, they're not growing up with like specific VHSs or DVDs that were released or whatever. It's everything. Yeah. So there are kids out there right now that are fucking like crushing. Well, not that one. That one's not on there. Not cowards. They should let it out there, man. Well, I guess that's kind of I don't like them pretending that it didn't happen, especially because like so much of their park's identity is like tied to it. But also, probably shouldn't have kids pointing to it and be like, that one next. So I don't know.
Banger. I haven't seen it.
Me neither, man. It's kind of hard to see.
It is, yeah. But
the kids like the Toy Story, which is cool.
I gotta ask, I mean, what was your screening like? Because they were clapping and cheering at the end of mine.
Same.
Yeah.
Same here, man.
Yeah. It wasn't even like that. I mean, it was like half full, maybe. I was like, okay.
I mean, cool. It's so delightful. You know, it's like you said, it kind of feels a little slight, but damn, you know, it's really functional.
Yeah.
And like it's like funny and sweet. And I mean, I wasn't like raffling, you know, the whole time, like I am in like Toy Story 1, where I'm in the aisles, you know.
Yeah.
But damn, it felt good. It's cool. They're wrestling with stuff, and it just feels like you're in safe hands. Cool movies, man.
Yeah. No, I mean this movie, like I was choking up, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. Like,
what got you?
Nothing even happened. Like, I just saw them and I was like, "Fuck, man, we're back." You know?
Yeah. They're your friends, man.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know. It was, and then the stuff with the lunchbox towards the end of the movie, I was like, "Fuck, damn, doing the shit," you know?
God damn. Yeah. I mean, there's just such little things about this movie that I'm like, what are the amount of kids that are gonna be like actively trying to talk to someone just because of this movie being like reach out, make that connection, you know, like that the end of this movie kind of hinging on that, of like your parents and your other parents being the toys can only get you so far, but making that connection and being like a more of a blaze or whatever, that kind of a thing is I don't know. Will this movie help shy the kids that feel a little, I mean, and that feels so strange to say because like so many movies are like kind of flippantly about that or things like along that, but they never feel authentic and like contemporary, you know? It could be important. You want to know one thing I thought about?
What do you think about?
In Toy Story 3, there are 2 kind of crazy gay panic jokes. Do you remember these?
One's with Ken, right?
Both with Ken.
Both with Ken.
Because one is the bookworm.
But I thought Lotso was like a top.
well, he's obviously great.
We're changing
great queer representation.
We're changing the Toy Story canon. Gets that dick smell
like strawberries. You know what I mean?
Changing the Toy Story canon one pot at a time. That's what we're doing.
Good for us. But they have the bit where Barbie is disguised as Ken in the space suit, but she's got the heels on, and then Bookworm goes yeesh. And then in that one, I'm like, okay, well, Bookworm is working under the fascist regime of Lotso.
Yeah.
So his politics can be a little outdated. You know what I mean? Old toy.
Well, it's 2010.
But then in the end credits, they have a letter from the daycare
Right.
sent over to them, and it's in pink, beautiful handwriting. And then someone goes, "Wow, this is Barbie has some great handwriting," and they're like, "It's Ken."
Yeah.
And then fucking Woody, this beacon of empathy and truth, goes, "Yo," he didn't say that, but he does a full yeesh and then pulls on his fucking collar. You know what I mean?
Isn't Woody like canonically bisexual?
I think so too. Yeah, we can add that to the canon.
I mean, he's a little flamboyant in this movie sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you see my first review of this before I took it down? Before I changed it to the bullseye thing?
No, I didn't. Please tell me.
I said that this was the first Pixar movie since Incredibles to feature a suicide jumper.
Oh, Johnny, true. She kind of does do that, huh?
No, well, there's like when Woody's like saving the toys. There's a toy that's in a tree, and he's like, "I'm gonna jump."
Oh, yes, of course.
And then he saves the toy, and I was like, "Holy shit! Is this toy committing suicide?" And then I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen this since Incredibles."
Incredible,
Mhm.
incredible work. Damn, suicide in the Pixar movies. What a storied history.
And that's why Incredibles is the best one.
True.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about the shit in Toy Story 3
Yeah.
about like femininity and like gender and shit like that. And I was like, these movies had do such a great job of like representing all the different facets of like being a person and being a kid and being a parent and being whatever, that stuff like that is a little bit more harmful. And I was wondering if there was any sort of like yeesh about that looking back, especially because it feels so like Lotso Huggin' Bear, what's his fucking name? The dude that got canceled.
You dressed up as him?
I dressed up as him, John Lasseter.
John Lasseter.
It feels John Lasseter coded in the way that like a lot of like Cars is.
Yeah.
Where like those kinds of jokes,
Mhm.
you know? And in this movie, there is like quite a bit of like blurring the lines with gender roles and stuff like that. Like a good amount.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool. And in little ways too, and in ways that weren't jokes. That I appreciate it, and I wondered if it was a thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like Jesse being the sort of groom figure at the wedding.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
things like that. Incredible sequences.
Incredible sequences.
Incredible
What are some of your
sequences.
favorites, man?
Well, I'm just talking all the, like, is that watercolor? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it looks like watercolor.
Yeah.
Because they do that in all of them, like having like fantasy sequences, but they're never in like the head of the kid, except for Toy Story 3 opening, you know. But
Toy Story 2 has. No, they're playing a video game.
They're playing a video game, but it's similar.
Yeah.
But I thought they were so funny and lovely, and then Alan Cumming is Bullseye voice good.
Nightcrawler.
Huh?
It's Nightcrawler.
Is that
So
true?
are you so excited for Doomsday?
Yeah, man.
You gotta watch the X-Men movies. We should do that.
Okay.
I
Do an
think
X-Men pod?
Yeah, I think we should watch the first 3. I think they're important for Doomsday. I just I really think that like that third one is the sort of like fanforstic sort of disaster type of thing that you love, you know? So I think there's something there for you.
Yeah, what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about Conan, man? You a Conan head? You like
Yeah,
Conan?
he was alright in this, and I thought it was funny when they made him Conan
Yeah.
during the bomb sequence. That was cool.
That was very funny. Good. His beautiful hair.
What I'm curious about this movie's. So it's gonna make a fuck ton of money, but do you think it's winning an Oscar?
No.
Yeah, because I don't know if
Because
I don't think it is either.
No, I mean because Toy Story 4
Did win?
did or did it not?
It did.
It did. Because what was it up against? It was up against something
it's like
big.
It's. I guess I did.
It was going up against something that
I did like
people
a solo
loved.
thing about this during Oscar season. Missing Link was one of them. Claws was one of them.
There's like one more that was like, and people thought like maybe the tide has changed because
How to Train Your Dragon, the third one.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I Lost My Body. It's actually like
I lost my body.
2019, like we glazed 2019 as like film bros, but like the animation slate's like not
great.
Not great.
Claws has become something.
Claws, Missing Link, How to Train Your Dragon 3, and I Lost My Body, and Toy Story 4.
I lost my body. I just remember. I think it's like who was it? It's like. Never mind. That's too fucking dorky. Never mind.
Yeah,
Let's
I don't
see.
know, man. I'm looking at this Wildwood trailer, and I'm like,
Yes.
this could win.
It's Wildwood.
This is the type of stuff that they've been interested in the past 4 years.
It's Wildwood or it's Ray Gun, depending
Yeah.
on how Ray Gun turns out.
Mm-hmm.
But Wildwood's looking like an odds-on favorite. But that's got a big problem. You know what the problem is?
The wood?
Yeah, the wood's too wild.
It's a little too wild for the
these
Oscars.
like buttoned up Oscar voters. You know, they're
Yeah,
not. I
they're
don't know
not
if they
used
can
to
take
that.
it.
Yeah.
The problem is the distributor. Do you know who's distributing this shit? I think I probably told you this.
No, who's?
Fathom.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
This is their first like. I'm the other like Fathom distributed films because like for the audience at home, Fathom they're the people that like put operas and shit or old movies and charge like $16 like or more $18 to go see. And like their
It's a
previous
Fathom event.
Fathom event, exactly.
Mhm.
Their previous ones that they've been like had exclusive rights are like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, you know, badass. This one seems different. They seems like they're like this is their first like big step into like actual distribution. They're putting like the trailer in front of shit. But if this movie comes out and it costs $18 to get into, that's fucked up.
That's a tough beat, yeah.
And also like it doesn't have an established Oscar campaigning thing, you know? Like that's just that's a question mark.
That's
it's
true.
a question mark to how well this does because of that, and it's kind of fucked up that no one else bought it. That Focus like kind of didn't, because Focus has been distributing them for maybe ever. It's crazy that it went all the way, circled the drain, went to Fathom. You know,
makes me wonder about it. That makes me wonder.
It made me too, but then that trailer rips.
I mean maybe that wood is just too wild.
It could be. Maybe it's like the OpenAI movie. No one wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
You know? It's just the problematic woods.
Which is why we're here to announce that we're going to be buying the artificial movie. We are now a distribution outlet.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, good for us, man. We're going to premiere at the castle.
Yep.
That'd be pretty good. It's a good venue.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right.
For the audience at home, he looked around at our castle surroundings and then deemed it okay. Don't fucking eat a slice of humble pie right now, man. This is a great spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to move on?
Do you want to rank Toy Story movies real quick?
Yes, I do.
I mean,
I kind of had you do it already a little bit.
Well, that was voice performances. I wasn't ranking the movies.
No, I said movies as a whole.
Oh. Well,
sorry. I got lost in translation.
See, he's not in that movie. That's Bill Murray.
True. And also, it didn't make sense. I was
kind of ranking it based off of
performance,
voice performances, a little performances.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Well, do you think our list will be similar?
I don't know.
Okay.
Should we go?
All right. Well, how about you say your 5? I'll say my 5. I don't really want to like elaborate on the movies and why I have them there.
Right.
But, you know.
Okay. So from 1 to 5, I go Toy Story.
So that's your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Okay.
I go Toy Story 2. I go Toy Story 3. I go Toy Story 5. I go Toy Story 4.
Okay.
I like them all.
Yeah. I like them all as well.
I like how fucking weird and adult and small 4 is. You know? I love when he wakes up from the surgery when he's like getting a kidney taken out of him. Remember that? And there's the big like the dummies.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
Okay, I think my least favorite is 4.
Yeah.
And then 5. And then 2. And then 1. And my favorite is 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are parts of 3 I bump with. But I think it's a good list, man. I think we got 2 good lists here.
Yeah. I mean, I remember a few years ago, I like last time I watched all of the Toy Story movies. I saw the last one last year for the 30th the first one, sorry. I saw it last year for the 30th anniversary, but I watched them all in 2022. I think I got in like a heated argument with some friends about which is better, 1 or 2. And I've always rode for 1.
Yeah. That's big of you because I was a 2 kid for a long time until I saw The Way. You know what I mean?
And then so I rewatched all the Pixar movies and caught up on the ones I hadn't seen when I was like out on movies, you know, in the late 2010s. And I was like, 3 is the best one.
Yeah. I mean, 3 is strong because it puts a fucking witch's curse on you. I don't know how it does it, but like, God. I was watching it with the fam, and it was like one of those cries where I was just like, I can't make a sound here.
Yeah.
I can't be getting to the sound level of crying, you know? I just can't do that.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, you know, I think 1 and 2 are great screenplays, but I'm not... Like, I mean, maybe 2. I don't know. I haven't seen 2 in a while, but...
2's got bits that'll get you, for sure.
Okay, I maybe I need to rewatch 2, but, like, I don't... Like, when I rewatched 1, I don't think it got to me or anything. I just think it's, like, a perfect movie, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, man, 3... Ooh.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. So that's why 3 is number 1 for me.
I think that's fair. There's not many movies that can do that.
Mhm.
You know.
Did you know, like, if there was any sort of discourse around when the third one came out? Like, I think you're a little more in the weeds with Pixar stuff than I am, but I was thinking about, like,
Sure.
there's an 11-year gap between 2 and 3,
Mhm.
and, you know, we get all these people that are like, God, why are they making a fourth one? Why are they making a fifth one? Where they're like, there has to be homies that grew out of Toy Story and were like, they're making a third one?
That's interesting.
You know, because that's the biggest gap between movies is 2 and 3.
Because it was received as The King has returned.
Yeah.
Like, I think
It's just such a huge gap between movies.
I just think. Well, the thing is that
But it's not a complete story without the third one, like Andy's arc.
no, it isn't. But I think what it was is the difference is that the movies in between Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, are heaters. You're
And
right.
this was their first. This was their second sequel.
Mm-hmm.
The first was Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
You know, so it was.
When did Cars 2 come out?
Cars 2 came out in 2011.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So I mean that streak in the middle there is crazy. Do you know the story about like the acquisition of Pixar by Disney?
I've probably heard it before, but no.
I think it's interesting because the whole thing was Mr. Katzenberg was like, we can like because they had a distribution deal with Disney. I mean, yeah, Pixar had a distribution deal with Disney, but they were never a Disney like thing. Like it was as much a Disney movie as like any Touchstone or anything like that. They were just licensing, and then they forced Toy Story 2 into happening. They kind of just said, we're gonna make one. We're gonna make it with or without you. So and look here, we've already made like half of it, and it's the direct-to-DVD style. And they're like, my God, like holy shit, that's so ass. That's like our reputation. So like fine, and they made it in like under a year to not
they made it really quick. I knew that. Yeah,
and so then they were like, okay, Disney, fuck you, because Disney after that was like, yeah, that didn't count as one of your movies under our deal because the deal said no sequels. So fuck you. So it was so they were just like, all right, dude, the second we get out of this, you're done. So then after Cars, they start developing 3 freak-ass movies that they're like, we have had hit after hit after hit after hit, so we can make whatever the fuck we want. We'll give it to like Universal or whatever. And so those are the 3 weirdest ones. Like it's Up, it's WALL-E, and it's Ratatouille. But Katzenberg at Disney was like, they're going to fail. These are all original movies. They can't all be hits. When they have a flop, we'll have them over the barrel. We'll get it for a bargain. And then they kept on making more and more each one of them, like breaking records like every single time. And then when Bob Iger like took over, he went to the parks and he was like, the only new characters from the last decade that are here are Pixar characters.
Right.
What are we doing? And then he went to Pixar and was just like, name your price. Just anything. Like he actually said like, name your price, which is so crazy, unprecedented. And then he said, but you got to give me a Toy Story 3. That's all I need. But we won't make it out of habit. And then they made it a habit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it did feel like an artistic event in the way, because Up just barely got nominated for Best Picture. And then this one did too. So I think it was just like, they can do no wrong. Full trust, you know? But yeah, I don't, and also I feel like Toy Story 3 made it like a prestige thing.
Yeah.
I think Toy Story 2 are just like damn fine entertainment in people's eyes, but Toy Story 3 made this shit Lord of the Rings, or it made it like, you know, something powerful and prestige in the way that Toy Story 1 and 2 didn't have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Long answer.
No,
but that's
cool.
I love to just like open the faucet, you know, just let it come out for a little bit.
No, I mean you full movie morted.
I full movie morted out all over the place. We gotta clean up.
New verbs, you know.
All right. Is it time now to switch over to disclose?
Yeah, we're gonna move over to Steven Spielberg's
We're gonna disclose our opinions on it.
Now you've kept your thoughts about this movie, I think, close to the chest. I haven't talked to you about it. You don't have it rated. So this is kind of a disclosure day of our own.
True.
If you think about it.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your experience watching this film Disclosure Day that Spielberg made?
I saw it with my girlfriend and my parents.
Shout out.
My dad. has been stoked for this movie. He's very
Oh.
excited that Spielberg is back with the aliens.
I'm really invested
And
in
he
his...
was like, Hugo, you got to take me with you.
Uh-huh.
Rare Justin appearance at the movies.
How did he like it?
I think they liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's happy.
Yeah, it wasn't like we saw it at Cinemark. It wasn't super full. It was, I don't know, maybe a third full kind of opening weekend type of thing. So that wasn't great. And we saw it at night too. So yeah, not a lot of people there. But yeah, that was the experience seeing it.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw this on vacation, similar to Backrooms, and I had a pretty bad theater experience. A lot of people were talking. There's a cacophony of sound,
Mhm.
and I think it was partially how the theater was built, where you could hear like everything. There's a certain point where it got funny, where like it was like people talking, and then like crunch, 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 and shit like that, and then someone tried to started to get up and walk away, and it sounded like fucking Velcro because like the ground was so sticky.
Yeah.
And you had to laugh, but I didn't mind. I was kind of just fully enraptured in this movie, especially for the first like hour and a half, like when it's all going full chase movie, but then I started to be like, expectations got in the way, especially that fucker Spielberg. You heard about him?
Yeah, I think he's gonna have an exciting career.
I think so too.
Yeah.
This shows some promise for sure.
Yeah.
He was out there saying, "You guys haven't seen any footage of the third act, dude." And I was like, "Damn, that's my boy. That's my boy. The third act's gonna be fucking crazy." But it turns out that he needs to be put in a hospital, and because he lied.
Yeah.
Like there were shots of people going like, at the soundboard in the trailer, man, and also the shot of the big fucking spaceship coming out.
That's true.
And then also that shot of the big fucking spaceship coming out of the clouds. That's crazy. I wonder how different the reaction to Disclosure Day would be if they didn't have that fuck ass spaceship in the trailer.
That's a good point. I do wonder if directors see their own marketing.
They've got some have full control over it.
Mm-hmm.
Spielberg probably could, but I don't know if he cares.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting. Because who's the person that like edits his own trailers? Is that Fincher?
It's Fincher.
That might be Fincher.
No, it's PTA.
That's it. Thank you.
Which is why the One Battle trailers were kind of weird because he didn't do those ones.
Right.
Or the first one he didn't do. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Which is why the second trailer is much better. I remember that. Yeah.
Right. I was kind of like, this can't be it. Through the last little bit. I was like, he's got something, right? And I could feel like my family getting a little... I watched with my papa and my sister, and I could feel him getting a little antsy. And I was like, well, Spielberg's got a hot hand.
Yeah.
We're gonna go crazy. But no. And I love the ending in hindsight, I think. But damn, this is a goofy-ass movie. This is such a dorky-ass movie, too. Like, this is a movie that I feel like the reaction to it from our generation has been like Wet Willy and a fucking and a fucking wedgie, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah.
3.5 out of 5.
All right.
It's
Cool.
like around War of the Worlds Spielberg level where I'm like, I fuck with some of this so heavy, but some of them I'm like, all right. And then overall, I'm just like, all right. You know?
Yeah.
What do you think, buddy?
I think I'm about in the same range as you. I think it's a career best for Emily Blunt, though. I'd like to talk about that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can you do some of that action?
He just full movie morted again. Holy shit, guys.
Sorry, man. Cleanup crew on aisle me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, she rocks in this movie. You think she's gonna get nominated? I hope so.
Maybe. I mean,
cool.
it's just like the reception has kind of been tepid, and it's not gonna make a whole lot of money. It's not an embarrassment.
Yeah.
But actress is tough, and this is a genre movie, and it'll be the only above the line nomination for the movie. So she's got a lot ahead of her, but it's a hell of a performance.
Yeah.
And she is the face of the thing. So maybe right now I think she's like number 5, maybe.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Yeah.
What do you think about that kid from Obsession getting nominated, huh?
For director or
for actress?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Curry Barker. I don't know. I mean, we talked about that performance a little bit, and that we were like, well, that we thought it was good, but like we needed a little more from, I think, a writing standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah.
But but that's not stopping people from
That's
going
true. That's
crazy
not.
over it.
Yeah,
And it is
that's us.
it is
That
a great performance
stops.
too.
That's maybe stops a Castle Award.
Yeah, she might not get it. I might throw a Castle Award. I don't know how that year will shake out. 'Cause she is great in it. It's not my problem with the movie. And also, man, I've been thinking about that movie a lot. But that's all. That's all good and fine. This movie is just some of the most electrifying shit in the world when Spielberg's just like having a ball.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one that was just like gripping my little armrest when that fence showed up. When I was like, brother, how are you making me feel this way about a fence, dude? This is crazy. You're just going through a fence right now. You're framing him in the fence and going like, wah, 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 wah. How are you making me feel this way? What power do you have over me, man? And he just has all the power.
It's true.
And there's stuff like that I'm just like in heaven for the most part, like for all that movie, and I'm just like, well, he's got a hot hand. This is all gonna lead up to something, and then I don't know, like
I don't think my parents liked the ending.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I like the last, like the ending, the whole spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
I like the whole disclosure. The
Mhm.
whole disclosure. I think it's so fun doing like broadcast news or whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
That shit's great. That's grand. And I love it I love the very ending in this movie. And as a Spielberg movie, it's kind of interesting because Spielberg is kind of notorious. And if you watch like his movies, especially the more recent ones, he doesn't know how to fucking end the movie. He's so sweet, and he's just like, well, maybe they didn't get this part, and maybe I need to do this. And he's got like 3 endings to most of his like modern films, and this one just it has a it is so confident, and it does, and it's got the power that endings like that have, where you're just like, okay, now I need to think of exactly why he's ending it right there, and that gives it power and makes me consider it in a pretty cool way. And that's just like, there's not a lot of movies like this. There might be no movies like this. Like, I mean, it is very classical and all that, and its pacing and stuff like that, but it's bizarre. It's a little Shyamalan-y.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? The people that are like, if this had Shyamalan on the title or whatever, the director card, this would be at 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I do think that people are very rude to Shyamalan, but I think they're being as rude to this as they are to Shyamalan movies.
Maybe, yeah.
And I wonder why. I mean, it's the dialogue, right? And it's the dialogue, and it's also the elemental like shit. Like it feels a little like The Happening or The Lady in the Water. I'm saying like 2 of his shittiest movies, but like he loves that kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
Like, but it's got to be most of the dialogue why it feels like that, right? Because it's pretty stilted and silly and so earnest. It's crazy. It's so earnest that the Wachowskis would blush a little bit, and it's all about empathy and getting along and just having time for your fellow man,
Yeah.
And what if we could all just quiet down for a little bit and stare at the cool thing that Spielberg made? Maybe we'd all be a little better, And I think that's very lovely, but it's also not cool, and this movie kind of looked cool. So I think that's the dissonance, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Very interesting. It's very interesting to consider within his career, and I feel like that ups it for me. I have a question for you. Okay. Not necessarily about Disclosure Day. I feel like Disclosure Day is kind of different. You think about art and how people like to point at shit in museums and be like, I could have did that.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or that shit's ass. But then, like, if you consider it within, like, the context of the artist or their series or something like that, has meaning, has profundity to it.
Yeah.
You kind of got to do your work to fully appreciate it. And I wonder why I wonder if it's unfair to look at movies like that, because I feel sometimes, like, bad about the movies that I really enjoy, because I'm like, how much of this am I only enjoying because of like the meta aspect of it and like knowing where the like people are coming from when they're making it and where it stands in culture or whatever, versus like just the movie itself. And I get in trouble sometimes when I'm like, this movie honks, and I show it to people and they're like, what the fuck, dog?
Do you have an example of that?
That's a good question. I'd have to look.
Mhm.
I would have a hard time just pulling something, but there's I mean the one that comes to mind is I would listen to the Big Draft, the of the Big Picture today. It's a lovely episode. 3 hours.
I've only heard the first hour.
Like it's crazy.
Mhm.
And they talk about Unstoppable.
Yeah, okay, I got to that part.
And I watched that movie and I was just like I queued it up.
Mhm.
Like Xavier was like, and he's not a man that likes to sit down and watch a movie with me like all the time, you know?
Yeah, he watched Life Force with us though.
Yes, he did.
Mhm.
And so then he's like, "Hey, you're the movie man. Pick one out."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Gah! This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. I can't. What the fuck am I gonna do?" And then everyone who's anyone is like, "That movie fucking rules." And so I was like, "All right, man, let's rip it." You know, Chris Pine, Denzel, Tony Scott. Let's do it. And that movie is just about trains, and I think people love it because it's in the tapestry of movies. Them yelling so earnestly about trains is kind of lovely and awesome. But when we were watching it, it was this shit just about trains. Are they not going to blow up at all? And they didn't, man. And that's not a great example. More of my stuff is like the Wachowskis' work
Right.
and a lot of like personal faves of
Mhm.
mine. Like I could look at my top 50 and probably like half of them are some sort of like I love this in the oeuvre and like what it represents for the industry and how like brazen it is, you know.
Mhm.
But I wonder if that's a bad way to look at things because I think Disclosure Day it gets significantly better if you're thinking about it within his work
I would
and
agree with you.
what he's interested in.
Yeah.
And the Fablemans, of course. Like
Mhm.
Fablemans is so fun to rewatch Spielberg after Fablemans and be like, "Ha! There it is. There it is. There it
Mhm.
is." Because he always said like like he doesn't fuck with therapy. He went to one session. He's like, "Not for me, dog.
Right.
My therapy is movies. I will make movies about whatever the hell I'm thinking about right then."
Do we condone that?
Yes,
Okay.
of course I do. He's made so many movies that are just like, damn, it's really strange what happened to my
But
mummy and my daddy.
we condone that for our listeners?
Yes,
You
yes.
should you don't
Channel
go to
it.
therapy. Go to the Royal Tenenbaums.
And you too will be as successful as Spielberg if you channel all just whatever you're thinking into your art. I do stand by that. I think it's a very lovely thing. But this movie could read in a lot of interesting ways about his career and what he's saying about himself. And I heard a pretty cool thing that was like him because this is the first movie that he's fully like this is the first movie after Fablemans, and this is like he came up with all this post Fablemans. You know?
Yeah.
And thinking about like his experience on the Fablemans, recreating his own house and all the drama that like created him or whatever, opening that shit up,
Right.
like was a really strange experience for him. And they, like actors have said like he was crying a lot on set, and so just looking at them creating the old house in this and having that whole sequence, just like looking around and being like, damn, and thinking about like, well, what has created me? What has like bestowed this power onto me? And then like even just like Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt being like two sides of the coin that in the same way as his parents, where like, have you seen the interview that goes around every once in a while of Spielberg about Close Encounters?
Yeah, where he like in real time realizes.
Yes, about it being like, how do they communicate with each other? Like your parents were one was a musician, one was like a computer boy, you know, and this one is like empathy, and then the other is math, and it feels very much like he's still dissecting that all the time, and then him having this kind of ego, but also this like fear of what he can do, his power about like what if it's kind of like Speed Racer.
Yeah.
The thing I love about Speed Racer is that movie is so cocky in its attitude about the end, where the end is kind of like, we made the Matrix, and then after that, everyone wanted to fuck with us. And we kind of like doubted ourselves and the entire medium. But here's the thing: you can make something weird and of your own, and like whatever, you can have it. And that ending, like everyone like applauding or whatever, is kind of like, if you track that whole movie like onto their career, that ending is them making Speed Racer, and everyone being like, yes, they did it again, holy shit. And then the movie came out and everyone just like fucking farted on them, you know. And then
And they made Cloud Atlas.
and then they made Cloud Atlas and fucking Jupiter Ascending and shit. And this movie is kind of feels like that too, of him like I've reckoned with everything,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm looking at this world, and I'm noticing that this world might have some problems. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That I've been looking around. I'm thinking we might be in a little time of unrest, and I think the only thing that we can do is what happens if I make a fucking banger again? What
Yeah.
happens if I go back and I make a summer blockbuster and everyone looks up like in this with the Spielberg face, and we are brought together as a people just for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so fun. But then it's a similar thing of like everyone, like a big chunk of the audience,
It's mixed. Yeah.
farting on him.
It's
you know,
mixed, and it's not gonna. Toy Story just came out.
it's not lighting the world on
Yeah.
fire. This is not going to be like a touchstone.
This is not E.T.
It's not E.T. It's going to be like the early 2000s Spielbergs, where people are like, he was kind of cooking.
Yeah.
Like if you look back at it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's a more cynical view on aliens now. You know.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it's got the uplift to it. Like
Yeah.
it's this like his full cynicism in the early 2000s is like my favorite period.
Really?
I love it so much. I mean, like my like top 5 is like most of them. Like I love AI. And
See,
I love
that's like
Minority
a-
Report.
I haven't seen those.
Ugh.
I've only seen like half his movies, and most of the stuff post '90s I haven't really seen,
Mhm.
except for the like newer things.
They're pretty cool.
Mhm.
And I feel like people kind of consider later period Spielberg to be all like homework movies,
Mhm.
but he's angry in a lot of them,
Yeah.
and really wrestling with some fucker shit. And I think they're so cool. And he's got like 3 post 9/11 movies that I think are fascinating to consider, like as a trilogy.
I've seen War of the Worlds.
Right.
That one I've
War,
seen.
War of the
Yeah.
Worlds, Minority Report, and The Terminal, which I
Right.
didn't know was a part of that until I watched The Terminal. And
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
makes
this
sense.
is totally.
I can't really remember The Terminal. I've seen it, but like I couldn't tell you anything that happens.
It's
in it.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. But it's so cool to watch a series of movies and like know for a fact he's thinking about this like therapy, like while
Yeah.
he's making it, you
Mhm.
know?
But that's art.
That is art. It's so cool. But a lot of people are like, I don't know what you're fucking saying. I'm just making shit, you know? And you can read into it or whatever, but that's on you, man.
Yeah.
But Spielberg's always been pretty open about it.
I get your point. I think I think that sort of mentality applies more to like music to me, like how you look at within the context of their career type of thing, you know,
Mhm.
and like like the reflection of them at that moment in time more than movies. I think.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
It feels so personal.
Mhm.
And there's not a lot of like big auteurs that are working at this level that feel personal, and Spielberg is like one of them.
Hmm.
But then it does, because it's so of him. Like this is a story by credit. There's not a lot of those
Yeah.
for Spielberg. If this is him taking like a script of someone else, it might feel more of the moment. And this does feel like an old man kind of thinking about it, like why can't we all get along?
Yeah.
It's more nuanced than that a little bit,
Mhm.
but it does feel kind of out of touch in a way that I think a lot of people are like balking at. And so that's kind of the butt end of that, is that he's not going to feel as to the moment as he did before, and it's kind of a bummer because he was to the moment like in the 2000s, like he met that moment, I think. So it's kind of a bummer that he wasn't able to do that, at least in my opinion, here.
Yeah.
And I mean
I
the
think
same
it might
thing
just
with
be
Ready Player One.
an easier time in the 2000s to meet the moment, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if
How
that
do you
makes
say?
sense.
How do you mean?
I just it's kind of pre-internet a little bit, you know. The
Yeah.
world's not moving as fast. I think we're maybe a little less divided as people at that point, as like audience members and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it is easy to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna make 3 movies about 9/11, you know,
Right.
and like have everyone just get on board with that, you know,
Yeah. And
because everyone else is doing that too at that time.
true. And I think his are more interesting than all of the other ones, pretty much, in
Mhm.
that post 9/11 movies, because they are not responding in the way that the people were necessarily. Like the whole thing, like 9/11 was like the people gathered together to fight like a single force, which was like brown people, you know, and
Yeah.
it was like uniting over fear
Hmm.
and hatred. And his movies are about government surveillance.
Yeah.
And I mean, War of the Worlds is like directly just like
Mhm.
a big tragedy hitting. Like what does that mean? Just using some of that imagery and all that stuff is more visceral. But Minority Report is not putting the blame on people like perpetrators or whatever. It's putting the blame on systems. And The Terminal is like, this is a microcosm of New York, and it's such a diverse cast. It's like immigrants make New York. That's what that movie's about. And that feels kind of not bold, but it feels like a direct choice of him not to be like fully living in paranoia hell and like trying to make goofy comedy that's like community is all we have, and this is a country made of immigrants, you know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of expecting something a little bit more subversive from him, but he's old.
Yeah, he's old. He's like 80, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's made so many like that, and it's kind of nice to see old grandpa.
How old is
his
Cap?
opinion. Huh?
How old is David Cap?
Cap? I don't know, because that's an interesting thing to talk about too. With the blank check people were talking about this. Blank check people love this movie, and I'm much lower than
David Cap is 63.
63.
Yeah.
But because he wrote Jurassic Park, but he also wrote Jurassic World, whatever the hell it was called.
He's got some stinkers.
He's got some stinkers.
He's got some bangers. He wrote Spider-Man. Mission Impossible.
This is his first movie in a long time, Spielberg's, that's not Tony Kushner. And Tony Kushner is so thorny and like detailed, and he would make sure it felt super realistic and gritty. And so they like blank check, they were like, I wonder what that would look like, and I think that would be more accepted by the culture if it was like that, you know?
Yeah. So I'm looking at his credits here.
It's okay, man. I love just like there's nothing I love more than just
I think it's so
credits.
interesting that this is one of the like big name screenwriters, you know? I mean, I don't think my parents know who David Cap is, but like I think film fans know who David Cap is,
For
you
sure.
know?
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting that like he has a movie here, Premium Rush 2012. This is a movie that we studied in screenwriting classes in college because it doesn't work.
Oh,
you know?
right. Yeah. I
So,
remember about that.
Like, I think that's interesting. He also directed the movie. Interesting career this guy has.
Yeah, it really is. But it kind of makes sense. I guess we should have expected something like this from him.
I mean, he wrote Jurassic World Rebirth last year, you know? Cold Storage from earlier
Dolores,
this year.
man.
Yeah, Dolores.
He brought Dolores to our hearts.
No, I don't think she stayed, did she?
I've got many a Dolores toy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just like with Forky?
Yeah, just like with Forky. I went full Forky.
You went full Dolores.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
All right. Is there any scenes that you loved in this one or fucking hated?
I don't think there were any scenes that I hated or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like all the chase stuff.
It's all
that shit's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I like the journalism stuff. You know, like I don't know, that just appeals to me.
Yeah.
Anytime Blunt is cooking, that's rad. I think Wyatt. We haven't talked about Wyatt Russell, but I think he's really fucking funny in this movie.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah,
he's a goof ass. What a good guy. I mean, I don't know about his quality of person, but I do love to see him in the flicks.
Yeah,
I love all.
What's that movie? Night Swim.
Night Swim. I forgot he's in Night Swim.
Yeah.
Damn, I never saw Night Swim, man.
He swims.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a
Does he
baseball
get okay
player.
at the end? Is he okay?
I can't remember. I just know that he's a baseball player that has some like issues with his legs, and he goes in the pool, and he's good.
So could you put it in the canon of Everybody Wants Him then? But you don't. Well, I mean, if you were to put it like near your canon of Everybody Wants Him, you put it in the trash with all the shit in it. Because you hate that movie, right?
I don't hate that movie. No.
You think it's the worst movie you've ever seen?
No.
I think of a different guy. Did he give it like 3 or something?
Yeah, I gave it 3.
All right, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. One of the biggest haters I know.
A movie that I should love.
Yeah.
I just think Linklater's not really cooking too much with his directing in that movie.
It's a little flat looking.
It is pretty flat looking,
but
and it was really turning me off from it. You know.
You know what's turning me on though?
Lotso.
Yeah, dog. Lotso. All right. So, I mean, I love all the stuff of slowly unveiling like what it's all about. I love the cool Colin Firth interviews that he does with unsuspecting people. I like that he's like hiding all the stuff that says where the like motel is. I love like all that stuff is so much fun. I just think the first like hour and a half are just like I love it. It's some of the best shit I've seen in a long time.
I wasn't super wowed by Josh in this movie.
He's got a kind of a whatever character.
Yeah.
Kind of a problem, but yeah.
I was hoping this would be a bigger moment for him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because I I've heard it compared to Mescal in Gladiator 2.
Sure.
How do you feel about that?
I guess I could see that.
Great actor being thrust into a movie star role and then just kind of being whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know how you make the performance a little better. But I guess it does it make more sense if it's a bigger star, like if it's someone we already know and it's just like we don't need to know too much about this person, like we have a movie star like persona around him.
Yeah.
Like if this is 2000s Cruise, or if this is like if this is even like. This is the sequel to The Running Man. This is what if it's Glenn Powell? If it's that's not the right.
Glenn Powell's
tone.
too handsome though.
He's too handsome. He's too like silly. Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Glenn
like,
Powell doesn't look like he got abducted by an alien.
Who's a movie star right about now? That doesn't. I mean, he's great. Josh O'Connor is incredible, but I just wonder if it needed a movie star in the role that we already have an attachment with, because it does kind of feel like it did him dirty.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like somebody in his age range that would fit that sort of, Maybe
he can be handsome.
He could be handsome, I guess.
Because like it's already so heightened. The movie.
Like I don't know, like would like a Joseph Quinn work better here?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's like a great.
What's he popped in? What's Quinn popped in? I mean, he's good in the Stranger Things.
I actually don't like that character.
He's kind of annoying a character, but
Did you ever see season 4? Because you like hadn't seen it. You like watched a recap of it before season 5.
I watched like a little bit. And
that's probably why you don't fuck with Vecna.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Vecna.
Yeah, but maybe if you saw season 4, you'd fuck with Vecna.
I fuck with Vecna. That's a goofy fucker though. Yeah. You see the coolest Arrow doing the box set?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
You're gonna get it? Big.
Maybe if it's on sale.
You're gonna get the new the man who directed all the good movies from Criterion.
Sean Levy?
Yeah, you're gonna get the new Sean Levy box set from Criterion. No, Kubrick.
Kubrick.
You're gonna get the Kubrick?
Is there a Kubrick box set?
Yeah, man. It's coming.
We'll get a reaction.
It's all. I don't know if they fully announced it yet, but they did a video. It was just like coming soon, and it was like clips from all of them. The complete collection.
The complete Kubrick.
Complete Kubrick, man. Pretty crazy.
It's a lot of discs.
I think it's like $600 or something.
Yeah, it is. It's on sale right now though.
Oh,
$470, $480. You can buy it for $480.
A steal. How many movies that guy got, huh?
Like 12.
So it's not the best math in the world. That's not the best value, I guess. Does it look sexy though? Is the box?
Those features better be
special as hell.
So here's the cover.
And that's my friend Kubrick, man.
And then it comes with it looks like some booklets, a lot of discs here.
I love to see the discs like folded out like money, like spread like that.
Yeah, look like coasters.
Yeah, they do look like coasters.
Okay, Killer's Kiss, The Killing, Paths of Glory, Spartacus, Lolita, Doctor Strangelove, 2001, Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket. It's the whole thing.
Whole thing, man.
All of them. All right.
That's cool. I like some of those pictures, man.
Yeah.
Some good ones in there.
They're all different colors. It's nice.
I do like colors. You fuck with colors?
Yeah, I fuck with colors.
Did the scene in the house work for you? Where they're transported back to their abduction?
It didn't really do much for me.
And then because that's the bit where I'm a little bumping on O'Connor. Because he has to make such a leap there.
Yeah.
From kind of stoic, like,
and he's like,
shit's crazy.
No.
Yeah. Like
I was like, didn't get another take.
He's not meeting it, and I wonder if just because like his character is going to 0 to 100, But yeah, that part was bumping, and then I didn't love the invisible house stuff, but that was like at the beginning of, is this all they got?
Yeah.
So I think I need to rewatch this guy, but I'm feeling a little like a little hesitant to like go to the theater again. I thought for sure I was gonna do it before this, but then I was like, maybe I'll go see He-Man. And then I did.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about He-Man?
Sure.
Or do you have more to disclose to me?
We disclosed plenty.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, this He-Man flick, Masters of the Universe. What an interesting little thing. It's a movie that feels like it's from two different time periods of people of like studios frantically copying something. It feels definitely of like 2018, where they're just like treating a property with such importance and feeling like a Guardians of the Galaxy kind of a thing, with setups and shit like that, and like humor that doesn't, it feels super half-hearted. Like it feels of an era that I kind of have no time for at this point.
Right.
And then there's another side that's trying to be Barbie. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Woke.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mhm.
Which I think is kind of I mean, you kind of gotta address it somewhat.
Yeah.
His name's He-Man, you know?
Mhm.
And they choose to go after it, but they only get so far to a point where the movie gets pretty confusing. Because, like, it's kind of like if you imagine Barbie as a regular ass movie, but they have like 20% of like the idea of being a woman in it, and the ending is kind of it doesn't like follow through on that. You know, she doesn't go to a gynecologist. She just kind of like she just is a like she just gets to be like pretty in pink and then happy again. They just like kind of throw it out because this movie is trying to be about masculinity and about a young man who's kind of has more feminine traits or whatever that is being kind of ridiculed for that, and then gets buff as hell. But he has this HR speak, so the idea is that he can talk to people, talk through problems instead of like be like punching and shit, you know?
Right. He's gonna meet Skeletor over Zoom in 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But the movie has a problem. It still ends with him getting really buff and then punching the shit out of Skeletor. So it doesn't really feel like it's fully committing to that, but there is... Like, are you going to see this flick?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I don't know if I will.
Because there is one image in this shit that is incredible. It's so fucking funny. Would you like me to say?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So there is a bit where Skeletor is in Adam's mind, Mr. He-Man's mind, and he's wearing like a pump cover, like one of those like tank tops that are like big cuts for the arms.
Yeah.
And he's fucking pumping iron, and it's Nike. It's a Nike thing, and he's in the gym, and he's just calling He-Man a pussy.
He-Man's pumping iron?
No, Skeletor is. He's pumping iron. He's fucking jacked, and then He-Man's just in a corner, like really sad, and just in the gym, Skeletor pumping iron, calling him a bitch. It's really fucking good.
It was like a Family Guy segment.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The movie is half like Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff stuff, and then half like metatextual stuff. And the metatextual stuff I thought was pretty interesting, but you can't do both. It was very strange. But this is an interesting director, Travis Knight. Speaking of the Wild Woods,
yes,
you know,
yeah.
This is his first of 2 movies this year, and he's made good ones before. And it feels like it's kind of the right choice for this, but it's a bizarre thing because He-Man is this strange vestige of like a time where. Did you listen to the episode?
Yeah.
Such a good episode. Damn. But I actually kind of grew up with He-Man a little bit. My mom loves He-Man and She-Ra. I watch more She-Ra.
Interesting. I don't think I ever watched the cartoon, but my dad had the toys.
It's so from another time.
Yeah.
And they talk about that in the episode, which I think is pretty like astute, which is just like this is something that is so of a decade where every single time it tries to come back, has to be completely recontextualized, and in a way that Transformers and G.I. Joe don't, and Barbie, you know? So it's in a weird position, and it's just I think it's pretty interesting to study, but it was kind of interminable to watch. That's my take.
All right. Cool.
Hello.
Yeah.
And it's also a lot cruder than I thought.
Interesting.
There's like... I have a question for you. Why do you think it is that PG-13 movies feel so confident joking about fisting? I see this often, I feel. Jokes about like kind of like you know what I mean? Fisting is one of the
Project Hail Mary had
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like many of them. It feels like that is a thing where they're not precious about, which was so strange because fisting is a disgusting act. I'm not a prude or nothing, but sticking a fist up an ass, you know, that's pretty far. You know, on the spectrum for me.
Unless you're Lotso.
Unless you're fucking Lotso, that fucking freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like 5 jokes about fisting in this.
That is a trend. I hadn't noticed that. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm going to start noticing that.
This is why I get the big bucks.
Right. I guess it's like gnarly enough that it can like really go over a kid's head, you know?
Right. Fisting can be normal.
And it maybe doesn't sound sexual in nature.
Right.
You know, if you're like an 8-year-old, you might just think that might refer to like punching or something.
Yes.
You know? I guess so.
Very
There's some
strange.
pervert screenwriters out there, I guess.
Yeah, there
I'm gonna
are.
look into these guys.
All right, you got a movie to talk about,
I
sir?
do not. The only like 2 new movies that I've seen are Toy Story 5 and The Did.
Fine. Okay. So I'll really quickly talk about that damn scary movie.
Yeah.
I was terrified. I guess I got a couple, but I only need to really talk about a scary movie, I guess. I got Pressure. I've got one other. I got Stop That Train. Okay. I'll blaze past Stop That Train and Pressure really quick.
Yeah.
Stop That Train is the new RuPaul film. I watched it with my mother. She loves RuPaul.
Is the train the same one that's in Disclosure Day?
Yes, it is exactly the same one.
They
you see Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt hanging off of it at some point and then having a panic attack.
That's like something that would happen in Scary Movie, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Stop That Train is this big kind of, it's trying to be like an airplane type thing, to the point where it's even a parody of like a disaster movie, you know, where they have all these different like drag queens like kind of having a laugh, but it's super like they made it in a week kind of vibes, and it's a kind of ill-conceived. But an interesting thing about it is, do you know about the controversy?
No.
Someone went to the premiere and was like, dog, this is AI. There's some AI shit in here.
Oh.
Because this is a really low-budget movie, and they have a lot of shots of the train like just zipping through landscapes or whatever. And they're like, dude, this shit's AI. And then Adam Shankman, the director, who's made like shit like the Hairspray remake or like Adam Sandler movies or shit like that, like a real guy. And he's like, no, dude, straight up on God, like on the Bible, hand on Bible, no AI here, dude. And then no Lotso. And you know what? I watched it. That shit's AI, man. Like, it's crazy. It's got the like the graininess that happens where it's like distorting or whatever.
How
like,
long are the AI clips? Because AI can't like handle more than 15 seconds.
It's less than 15 seconds. Okay. They're little shots, like just being like, "Where are we in train land?" And then it'll cut out, and it's just train zipping through a landscape, and then cut back. And it's so blatant. It's crazy.
Huh.
And this is a really small budget movie, and they probably couldn't have those shots be like fully CGI or whatever.
Yeah.
To that I spit on them because like I Love Boosters has so much like practical shit in it to like make up for that. I mean, that movie had a larger budget, but that was doing a lot more stuff. Like this movie is already such a like pastiche kind of a thing where you could definitely get away with having a model train or whatever. It's just kind of a bummer. Puts a stink on it. Overall, like it's like a fine, fun movie. My mom had a good time, but she was like, "Yeah, that shit sucked, but that was fun." Just kind of a bummer. Kind of an interesting case, especially when this is going for a crowd that probably has a distaste for AI. Speaking of A24, dude, that's crazy.
I know. What exactly is the deal?
It's just Google investing like $1 billion or whatever to like further investigate roles of AI in the filmmaking process.
Right.
So they can I think that's just going to be a thing. It's like every single studio is going to be like, we're just using it for insert like most acceptable thing that they can say without crossing a line. And then we'll get to a point where they're like stop that training it, you know?
Right.
But it's interesting because like I think of them as like the first movie that I'd known of that had like this, no generative AI was used in the credits with Heretic, you know?
Right.
And it's just like, this is the Venn diagram of people that will be really angry if you use AI, and people that are like rock hard A24 people they're pretty big overlap.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just like, maybe they're feeling cocky after Backrooms and then they got the Elden Ring thing. Maybe they're fully abandoning that like foundation. That'd be kind of interesting. Maybe people don't care as much as they say, but really strange.
Yeah.
All right, and then Pressure. They figured it out. They actually made the right call for the weather forecast for D-Day. Everything was chill, but my grandpa said that it was very inaccurate on how they on the setup of the weathermen in the army. So
was he there?
Yeah, he was there. He was there. Cool. He was with Ike. And he said that Ike doesn't yell as much as he does in this one. Brendan Fraser's pretty funny in this movie as Ike. He yells, and he's really funny. Hot Priest is fine in it. It's whatever. It's kind of fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Scary Movie is bizarre. You saw your alpha thing is that you saw Scary Movie 5 only because it had Simon Rex, right?
I believe. I mean, I think Lucy wanted to watch it or something because I think she has seen those movies and kind of likes them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, Simon Rex is in this. That's cool.
Let's do it.
And so that's the only one I've seen. I kind of like that.
I watched the first one,
Mm-hmm.
and the first one has some pretty good like filmmaking, like visual comedy in
I
it.
mean, I've seen clips of the first one. It does look like a fun movie.
They're doing stuff.
Yeah.
That movie has some awful, like morally reprehensible stuff that's like not even funny in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a full 10-minute sequence where Regina Hall's doing the like black women be talking in the audience bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it ends with every single person getting up in the theater and stabbing her to death. It's just like, damn, all right. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's Mrs. Mann, a cool gym teacher character where her balls are hanging out,
Okay.
and that's a big thing. There's a lot of shit like that that's just like not really funny, not really anything. It's just kind of awful and feels mean.
Oh, is this the new one that you're talking
No,
about?
the old one.
Okay.
But then, and it's also just like such a misbegotten thing because it's like Scream is funny, making it all about Scream is bizarre, and also that it was still like a Miramax thing, so it's just like using their own like movie and then just like making a slightly funnier version of it is bizarre.
Right.
But there's some good stuff in it. And then Scary Movie, this is now kind of just fully gone down to just pointing at something.
That's what I've heard.
And it's really pretty awful. There is like one bit that's really mean and awful in it, and I thought there was gonna be more of this because that's what they've been advertising, but they just
So
they
this
don't have it in them.
wasn't, as the guy in the propeller hat told me at Backrooms, it's not the most controversial movie of the year.
No, sir. No, sir.
What is?
What is
Disclosure
Day, maybe?
Disclosure Day? I mean, I guess, but like politically.
Politically. I mean, that movie slanted. If it had more of a budget behind it, maybe would have.
Yeah.
I've heard some, but guess maybe this. But then, like, people just don't like. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of discourse around. This is not allowed to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we haven't seen it yet. Maybe it'll come in the awards season. You know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you about 2 jokes in Scary Movie.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you about 3 jokes in Scary
3
Movie.
jokes.
Okay.
We'll see if I laugh.
One of them is I'd like to tell you about how the bit in the subway ends. Do you remember that iconic bit in the subway where the lady gets stabbed
In Scream?
in Scary Movie where we're like in the subway
Mm-hmm.
where the person gets stabbed and then someone says someone stabbed her, oh my god, and then they say my pronouns are they them, not her or whatever, and then that's fucking funny because like pronouns, what a crazy thing, you know. That ends that sequence. She just keeps on spouting kind of left-leaning rhetoric, and then people get more and more pissed, and it ends with everyone getting up and taking turns stabbing her to death. It's the exact same fucking thing as the first one, and it's just, they just all are like it's really strange and really mean. And it doesn't feel like a joke even. It doesn't really have that kind of cadence to it. And the movie is so like has such a different tone than that through the rest of it that it just feels super out of place. And I really couldn't believe it. It was really very strange. And then here's one of the great ones. So Marlon Wayans, sorry. Damon Wayans, never mind. Marlon Wayans is sitting in the Get Out chair, and then he sinks into it and he falls into the sunken place, and he says it's like I've fallen into a pothole, and they say more like a K-pop hole. And then it starts a full animated
K-pop
parody of
yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters Golden.
I think I've heard about that.
But he's talking about smoking weed and he fucks the demons. What do you think about that?
That's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's really good.
And then the ending I thought that was interesting because the whole thing about this movie is like about this franchise that it was taken away from the Wayans at a certain point. And then the whole ending to this, where they're doing the unmasking thing, they just kind of fully do away with that. Like at a certain point, they're like, it doesn't fucking matter. And they just like kind of talk about that like they were taken out of it, and it's kind of more of a beef with Regina Hall and what's her name, the Anna Faris.
Anna Faris, yeah.
About still being in it without them there, you know. And I do find this movie interesting as a as just an act of spite, which it kind of feels like it is. Like, we're back finally, and fuck you for including us in the last couple. You know,
Right. Yeah.
very strange. But yeah,
But no Simon Rex.
I do know Simon Rex.
No, but no, was
no Simon Rex involved.
I'm not going.
I'm not going. All right. Well, that's all.
That's all.
That's all for me.
A lot's been disclosed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot has been disclosed, man. What a beautiful time I've shared with you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Changed a lot's canon in real time.
And the Woody canon, Woody bisexual.
No, but I don't think that's. I think
that's just already been there.
That's already
it's
been
in the
there.
text.
Yeah, it's in the text.
Well, who is he gay with?
I mean, I always thought it was like I was hoping Toy Story 5 Ham would address the allegations.
Uh-huh.
Who I don't even think had a line in this movie. I don't even think I saw him.
Where was he? He must have had something.
Like, Potato Head had one line. I don't even think I saw Mrs. Potato Head. I know that that voice actor is. A lot of those voice actors are gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ratzenberger's still kicking, so Ham is still kicking.
Yeah,
he's just a little right leaning, but he's kicking.
But you can replace Potato Head easy. Like, I mean,
they didn't for 4. They used like old voice lines.
Oh, interesting.
And this one, so I was keeping an eye, and then he just said something specific to the movie, and I was like, what the fuck? Because there's only like one line, but then this is the first one they've replaced his voice actor with.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, but what do we got to talk about next? We got Supergirl this weekend.
Supergirl. What's the other thing coming out? Oh, Jackass.
Jackass. Well, we got to do we're it's almost July. We got to do our best of the year so far.
Yeah, man.
Stuff.
That sounds great.
Yeah. I think I'm seeing Supergirl tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah. Early screening.
Prime or what?
No, there's just a few early screenings around town.
Cool.
So I'm not good with.
Are you excited for this film?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard mixed.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Mixed. I heard there's some pretty bad needle drops in it.
Oh, I bet.
I don't know.
Damn. I mean, that's just if this movie wasn't like spectacular, if it's not spectacular, that shit's gonna tank. Like it needed to be really good.
Have you heard it's more Mad Max than Guardians?
No.
Yeah, it's more Fury. I mean, it's probably not Fury Road, but it's more Fury Road than Guardians.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's going to be a terrible day for discourse when that movie comes out this weekend.
Yes, it will. It's going to be so awful. People are going to be either laughing about I don't know. It's going to suck so bad.
Yeah.
I'm really not excited. I'm trying to get out of the discourse, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fully out. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I got to keep it going. That'd be so great if I didn't hear any fucking thing about the Supergirl outside of Letterboxd. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Here's hoping, man.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Pleasure doing business with you, man.
We'll see you later.
See you later.